Hello guys, in this video we will talk about the data type set in Python. So without wasting time, let's start. So here you can see my screen and we are into a Jupyter notebook. If you install Anaconda, you can access the Jupyter notebook using Anaconda. That's it. So in our earlier video, we have talked about list data type and we have talked about tuple data type. So list, I'll create a list. List is represented by square bracket 1 2 3. Tuple T1 is represented by round bracket. I'll again create 1 2 3. I'll create L1 and T1. This is list and this is tuple. Now we are talking about set. So what is remaining? That is curly bracket. But it is not that simple. In Python, if you talk about square bracket, so it is related to list. When you talk about round bracket, it is related to tuple. But when we talk about curly bracket, there are two data types in Python which are represented by curly bracket. The first one is dictionary, the second one is set. Okay, so in this video we'll talk about set. I'll make another video for dictionary. So just keep in mind, using curly bracket, there are two different data types which can be represented in Python. So by default, if I create a variable, let's say s equal to just opening and closing curly bracket, and if I check the type of s, it is dict, that is dictionary. It is not by default, it consider it as a dictionary. So what if you want to create a set? What you will do? So if you create this variable just like that, but instead of keeping it blank, if you provide any element into it, like 1 2 3, and then if you check the type of s, then it will give you set. Why it is not considering this as dictionary? Because dictionary have different syntax, little bit difference in syntax. There is curly bracket in dictionary, but syntax is little bit different. We'll talk about that in our future video. So this is how you can create a set. Then you will say, what if you want to create a blank set? How you can do that? Because this syntax cannot be used, right? So then what you can do, s equal to, if you write set and just doesn't pass any value into that, then it will create a blank set. If I check the type of s now, see, it is set. So this is the syntax to create a blank set. Okay, now all about syntax is done. Now let's talk about what is set. So in your maths class, you might have heard about sets, right? So set is a collection of data type. Here you can store heterogeneous data, like different data types can be stored in set. But there is a difference. That difference is set is unordered. List and tuple were ordered, right? Once you create list or tuple, you can fetch 0th element, first element, second element in such a way that like there is indexing in that. It is a proper ordered thing. But in set, if you create a set, so even though if I print, I'll create a set once again, this one. So if I print s, I can see 3 to 1 here, but it is not compulsion. If I write something like, again I'll change it to something like 4, then 5, some, right? See, it is not like whatever, see, we have given this order, but it is showing it in this order, right? So if I try to do s of 0, it will throw an error. Why? There is no indexing in set by default because it is unordered thing. That is the first difference of set when we compare it with list or tuple. There is second difference, and that is you cannot store a duplicate value in set. In list or tuple, there can have a duplicate value. There can have a same element twice, but in set, you can't have that. I'll give you an example. S1, I'm creating a set 1 2 2 2, then 3 3 3, again 1, right? Similarly, I'll use some element like Akshay, then Daga, then once again a Daga, right? So if I create that S1, and if I print that S1, you can see all the duplicate elements are removed. Only unique elements can be placed in a set. Even if you provide duplicate elements, it will remove that. It will just keep the single copy of each element. So those are the two major difference when you compare a set with list or tuple. Okay, Once that is done, then what? Again, conversion part, how to convert a set into list, list into set or tuple, vice versa, right? So if you have this set S1, if I want to convert this into list, what I can do, I can write list, and within this function I can pass S1, right? So this set is converted into a list. But again, the duplicate elements are not present. Why? When at the moment you created the set, it removed all the duplicate elements, and whatever list set is remaining, that only get converted into a list. Similarly, and you can assign it to a new variable, that is I'll write L1. So it is same. So if I print L1, again same. Similarly, I want to convert a set into a tuple. So what I'll do, I'll write tuple, and within that function I'll pass S1. Again, the same set got converted into a tuple. I can assign this to a new variable T1. So if I print T1, so a set is converted into a tuple. Now, similarly, you can convert a list or tuple into a set. And there is one good part into that. What? I'll create a L2 and I'll copy this as it is. And what I'll do, I'll again pass duplicate elements here, because list can have duplicate elements in it, right? So it is L2. If I try to convert this list into a set, so for that syntax is set, and within this function, just pass the variable name of list. See, this list got converted into a set and all the duplicate elements are removed. Similarly, if I create a tuple T2, I'll copy this as it is. I'll put some duplicate elements like this. And if I convert this set, convert this tuple into set like this, you can see again it will remove all the duplicate elements. At the same time, set got converted, the tuple got converted into a set, and I can assign it to a new variable, that is I'll write S3 here, right? So, and I'll print S3 like this. So you got the idea. If anyone asks you how to remove duplicate elements from list or tuple, the simplest way is convert that set, convert that list or tuple into a set. And if you want output to be into a list, once again, simple thing, what you can do one thing, that is, see, this is the L2 list. If someone asks me to remove all the duplicate elements, what I'll do, I'll write set of L2. So all the duplicate elements are removed, but I want output to be into list once again. So I'll again convert this created set into a list. So in this way, the list is, you got the output in list data type, but at the same time, all the duplicate elements are removed. Similarly, you can do the same for tuple as well. So I'll take this tuple T2, right? And what I'll do, I'll convert it into a set. And then again, back to tuple or list, whatever format you want. So right now I want output in tuple. So see, this is how you can remove all the duplicate elements. So that is one of the most, like, frequently you will use that function of set to remove the duplicates. Now let's talk about indexing. It does not work over here. That's why slicing also doesn't get work, like it doesn't work in set because there is no order. Now let's talk about some built-in functions. So if I print S1, right? So there are what are the functions that can be done? So I'll S1 dot and I'll enter tab. So many more functions are available. So we'll talk about one by one. Before that, let me print S2. So S2 is not there. I think S3 is there, right? So S1 is there and S3 is there. What if I'll make some changes into that S3, because it is exactly same. I want it to be different. Right, APDAGA, right? 4, 5, 6, something like that. Okay, and I'll keep it as it is. So S1 is there and S3 is there. What if I do S1 plus S3? We have already checked plus operator on all the data types till now. Now we'll try it on. So right now, this is not, once again, Don't get confused. This is not the output. I'll delete this cell. Oh, yeah. Now I'll type it here. If I try to do S1 plus S3, that is set 1 plus set 3, let's see what happens. It will throw an error. Plus operator is not supported for set. Okay, that's what I wanted to show. Then what if I want to concatenate this S1 and S3? How can I do that? Because plus doesn't work. Then there is a built-in function. So in that case, what we can do S1 dot, one second, the name of the function is tab. I don't remember it. Let's go update. So what we are doing, we are updating S1 with S3. Now what happened? It took all the element from S3 and used those elements to update S1. So S1 is modified now. S3 is as it is. If I look at S3, it is as it is. But if I look at S1, now it is updated. See. So all the elements from S1 is nothing but this 1, 2, 3 Akshay and Daga, and S3 is nothing but 4, 5, 6 AP Daga and Daga. So it took all the element from S3 and appended it to the S1. But at the same time, since set doesn't support duplicacy, there is a duplicate element Daga and Daga present. So that's why there is only one Daga is present only once, right? All other element which were unique, like there is no whatever, whenever duplicacy was present, only it comes here only once, otherwise everything will be present. So this is how you can do the append operation using update. Now similarly you can do add, remove, or those kind of things. But before that, I remember one thing. When we talk about a set, right? So I told you set is a heterogeneous data type, but there is no ordering. But there are some few limitations. If you look into that, if I try to create a set S4, I'll copy this, I'll try to keep it as it is, and I'll pass one more new element into it, and that will be a tuple, that is 1, 2, 3. So if I try to print S4, so this is the set which I got. The first element is not first because there is no order, but one of the element is tuple. So tuple can be an element of set. There can be a tuple within a set. Let's try the same, whether a set have list as an element. So instead of this, what I'm providing a list into that. Okay. And see, there is an error. List cannot be an element of set. Unshapeable type list. I told you in my previous video, there are some differences when it comes to list and tuple. There are some cases where you can use tuple but not list, and that is one of the case. Here you can see a tuple can be a part of set, but list cannot be a part of set. Now let's try one more thing. What I'll do, I'll copy this. I'll give the variable name as S5. So there is a tuple, right? I'll write S5. If I print S5, it is working. Now what I'll do, since set accept tuple but not list, but tuple can have list into that, right? So what I'll try to do, within a set there is a tuple, and within that tuple I'll try to provide a list of something like this, not like this, something like this. What do you think, whether it will accept or not? So it doesn't accept in any way. Like if you try this and that combination, anything, list cannot be put into set in one way or other way. There is no way to put list as of now. Like as per my knowledge, you cannot put list into a set, maybe directly, maybe indirectly. So that is a limitation of list. So okay, now moving forward, let's talk about S4. Yeah, this is the S4. Moving forward with built-in functions, what we will do, add operation we have seen, no. So I want to add one more element. So S4 dot add. What I'll do, I'll add one more element, and that element should be, let's say 9. If I print S4, so new element is added. Okay. What if I try to add a new element which is already present in set? So I'll add 4 already present, right? So it will not throw any error. But if you print S4, S4 is as it is. It tried to add one new element, that is 4 into set. It saw 4 is already present over there, and because of no duplicacy policy, the set is as it is. Now we know how to add. Now let's talk about how to remove. So what I'll do S4 dot remove. What I should remove? I'll remove the 4, right? And I'll print the S4. You can see the 4, this element is removed now, right? You can, okay. There is one more function to remove it, but before that I'll show you one more thing. S4 dot remove. What I'll do, I'll pass an element. I'll try to remove an element which is not present in set. That means I'll try to remove 10. Now you know there is no element 10 present in the set. And what I'm saying, S4 dot remove, the element is 4. Element should be equal to 4. What happens? It throw an error. Why? Because it is not possible. It cannot remove 10 because it is not present in set. But there is one more function which work almost similar to remove, but one minute difference. So that is nothing but a discard. So if you use discard function, and if I try to remove 9, it will remove 9. Now I'll print S4. You can see the element this 9 is removed now. What? Right? I was talking about one minor difference between remove and discard, and that difference is nothing but what I'll do S4 dot discard. I'll pass element 10. 10 is not present in the set. Still I'm trying to discard it. If I do that, it will not throw any error. It will keep it as it is. It will not make any change, but it will not throw any error. See, I tried to discard 10, it tried it, and then it stopped. If you look into function definition, here only it says remove an element from the set if it is a member of that set. If the element is not member, do nothing, right? At the same time, if I check the definition for remove, I press shift and tab to check the definitions. Okay, I put the cursor here and then I press shift tab. If I check here, remove an element from set, and it must be a member. If the element is not member, then there is an error. Fine. So that's it. That's all about set. So I hope you understood few of the concept about set, data type in Python. So that's it, guys. If you like this kind of content, if you understood something, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. All those things to encourage me. That's it. And this is Akshay Daga signing off. Thank you. Bye bye.